Hi, everybody, and welcome to the first session in chemistry for grade 9 in the Cambridge curriculum. We will start with the states of matter. So, what is matter? The matter can be elements, compounds, or mixtures. What is the difference between elements, mixture, and compound? Element is the simplest form of the matter, which is composed of one type of atoms, and these elements that you can see in the periodic table. We'll talk about it later. Compounds are made up of more than one type of atoms, while mixture is made up of more than one type of compounds. So simply elements are made up of only one type of atom. Compounds are made of more than one type of atom, like sulfuric acid is a compound which is made of more than one type of atom. Mixture is more than one compound mixed together. In general, a matter is made up of very small particles such as atoms or molecules. Molecules are atoms linked together. So the physical states of the matter can be solid, liquid, or gas. So any matter around you can see it as solid, liquid, or gas. So the matter is anything that occupy a volume in space and has a mass. So these are wrap up of what I said. So let's see the physical properties of different states of matter. Solid has a fixed volume and its density is high and it has a definite shape and doesn't flow. Like a cube of ice, it has a volume and it has a definite shape, which is the shape of cube, and it doesn't flow. Liquid like water, for example, has a fixed volume too. So if it is 1 liter of water, it will be 1 liter of water until you decrease or increase the volume. So it has a fixed volume. Its density is moderate to high, and it has no definite shape. It takes the shape of the container. So if you take a cup of water and pour it in a cylinder, it will take the shape of the cylinder. If you pour it in a cup, it will take the shape of the cup. If you put in a pot, it will take the shape of the box. So it has no definite shape. It takes the shape of the container and it flow easily. The gas has no fixed volume, but it expands to fill the container. So if you put some gas in 1 liter volume container, it will expand to fill this 1 liter volume container. If you transfer the same amount of gas into 5 liter volume container, it will expand to fill this container too. So it has no fixed volume. It has very low density. It has no definite shape and takes the shape of the container, and it's flow easily. So what is the particle theory? The particle theory is the theory that explains that every type of matter by looking at the particle's behavior. According to how particles are behaving, so this will classify the matter into solid, gas, and liquid. For example, the particles of solids are vibrate in their positions, as you can see. So we can describe the solid according to the particles theory, as particles of solids are very close together. So we have very, very small intermolecular spaces. Particles are arranged in what is called lattice, which is a regular arrangement, and it doesn't move but it vibrates in a fixed position. It doesn't move freely. Unlike the liquid, which move faster and more freely than the solid. So here particles are close together too, but here we have more intermolecular spaces than solid, of course, and they are arranged irregularly and they move around each other. For the gas, it, as you can see, a highly free movement everywhere and very large distances between particles. Particles are irregularly arranged and move randomly, and particles spread very far apart. So the question now is, can we convert a state of matter into another state of matter? Yes, you're right, we can do that. Simply the cube of ice, when you take it out the freezer, when you warm it up, it will be a liquid, and if you boil this liquid, it gradually will turn into gas. So we can easily transfer matter from a state to a state, and this by affecting the behavior of the particles of each state. How can we affect the behavior of the particles? By changing the temperature, for example. For example, if we increase the temperature, it means that the particles will gain more energy and they will move faster. And as they move faster, they will gain more intermolecular species, more spaces between them, and they will transfer from a state to a state. But by decreasing the temperature, the particles will lose energy, and when they lose energy, they will like become more inactive and become closer to each other and will be turned from a state to a state. So this diagram shows how can we change a state, a matter from a state to a state, so we can convert the solid into liquid and the liquid into gas and vice versa. So to from solid to liquid, this process is called the melting, and from like liquid to gas, this process is called evaporation or vaporization. The opposite, when we need to change the gas state into liquid, this is condensation or liquefaction. And when we need to change the liquid into solid, we make it. This process is called the freezing or solidification. There is another way, or some specific examples where matter can be turned from solid to gas directly or from gas to solid directly, and this is called sublimation. So from solid to gas called sublimation, and from gas solid it's called deposition. A very famous example is the dry ice. What is the dry ice? It's a solidified carbon dioxide gas. When we freeze the carbon dioxide gas, it turns into dry ice. And it needs a very, very, very low temperature to be ice. And when it warms up, it it doesn't convert to liquid, but it converts directly to the vapor state or to the gas state. And every matter has a specific temperature to be converted from solid to liquid, and another temperature to be evaporized. And it needs a specific temperature to turn from gas to liquid and from liquid to gas. The most famous example is water. Water solidify or freezes at zero temperature, 0 Celsius, and it turns into gas or evaporate at 100 degrees Celsius. So this question for you, I hope you take like a print screen, a screenshot from this question and try to solve it and send me the solution in the comments below. So just write number A is blah, number B is blah blah, and so on. And you have the guide words underneath here. Another homework or practice. Put the suitable word from the words below in every blank space, and I hope you will put the answer in the comments below. Just like blank space number one is blah blah blah, blank space number two blah blah blah. Please don't neglect. So here are some states of the matter, the three states: solid, liquid, gas, and conversion process between them. And we need to name the arrow here. So let's do that together. So number one, solid to liquid. The process is called what? Exactly, perfect, liquefaction or melting. Number two is here from liquid to gas is excellent, evaporation or vaporization. Number three is over here, so from gas to liquid is, oh, perfect, condensation. Number four, you find it here, from liquid to solid is awesome, solidification or freezing. And number five, the last one, is from solid to gas, which is sublimation. And the famous example, do you remember? Carbon, dry ice. So how would you turn a solid into liquid and then the liquid into solid? I need the name of the process. Write it down below in the comment. What about the reverse or the opposite, turning from gas to liquid? The name of the process. Write it down in the comments. And here we go. And that's all for today, guys. I hope you understand it. I hope you will be able to answer the question. It is very simple, but this is the basic for chapter 1. And see you later in coming session. And have a nice day. Bye bye.